I'm not gonna quit making videos. There's a lot of bullshit that goes behind being a YouTube celebrity. But the payout is worth it. I'm not quitting YouTube anytime soon. Just hanging out. I figured it out why YouTube doesn't give a shit about online bullying. Favorite Starburst flavor is cherry. That's my favorite Starburst flavor. But the reason why YouTube don't give a shit is because if you want to be famous, like, and you get started on YouTube, YouTube is just training wheels. If you can't handle the bullies on YouTube, then you can't handle fucking hate sickos. Then you can't handle fucking being famous on a much bigger level, you know? Did I get a haircut? No, my hair's in a ponytail. Hey Cobra, Woody Harrelson and Michael J. Fox drank Cobra's blood mixed with whiskey shots. Nice. This is Jack Daniels and Rum Haven coconut rum water. It's a coconut Cobra. No, I would not. If I had a dog, they would be loved and cherished. I'll have more wands available when I can. No, I'm not quitting. I've been making videos for as long as I can. I noticed that. From this angle, it looks like I got a full head of hair, but from this angle, it's like, no. No, I'm not shaving my head. I fucking hate sickos more than I love Ozzy Osbourne, Danny Filth, and Cobras. Ozzy glasses are chilling out on top of the autobiography. Legit. Why do you care if I'm streaming on my phone, to be honest? Scorpion, you got banned for being stupid. Check out patient number 9, you fucking wanker. I like turkey and ham. They're both delicious. I got a signed photo of Ozzy Osbourne hanging up on my wand rack. So yeah, you don't even know. I haven't played the PS3 lately. No, I haven't. No, I do not. If children want to get a transgendered surgery, they should wait till they're 18 or older. And they've gone through puberty as the gender they're assigned, simply for health reasons. But if kids want to cross-dress and have pronouns, let them do it, dude. "95% of kids who identify as trans are just confused, and they're doing it for attention and acceptance." I am feeling a lot better, yes, JFS fangirl. If you don't believe me, do the research. I do like hot dogs. You have seen me eat hot dogs. Do you like dogs more than humans? Yes. Chili cheese dogs are delicious. I made homemade chili one time. It was for a what was it? A sixth grade project, and it was so good. A joke. What's invisible and smells like bananas? A monkey's fart. Banana bread is delicious. Yeah, shout out to Brandon. Sorry to hear about your house, dude. I read books, yes. Shout out to Carter, that's what's up. Beef jerky, yes, I love beef jerky. Cobes, I want to ask out my crush, but I'm nervous. Do you have any advice? Yeah, don't do it because love is a waste of time. No vocal covers, it's almost midnight. I would never eat actual dogs. That's fucked up, in my opinion. Peach is one of my favorite flavors, yes. I did not. Oh my fucking god. I did not say to ask out your third cousin. I said there's nothing wrong with dating your third cousin, but that should be a last resort. I am not being mean to my fans. I go live and my chat blows up with stupid hate comments. Got a drink combo right here. Yes, a circle of protection for Ozzy Osbourne and his entire family. Similar to being the witch's circle. Yeah, I'm putting out some new music with Deathbed Tapes at the moment. Working on another album. I got 4 songs I'll have finished, and then I just need 2 more, and the album will be complete. Like Zoink Scoop! Racky, what's going live on his YouTube channel? Like far out, man! This is Jack Daniels and some Rum Haven coconut rum water. I wish Ozzy Osbourne was immortal, but my outlook on that is don't worry about when Ozzy Osbourne dies. Just keep supporting his music and loving every minute of it, you know. We're all gonna fucking die. I came to that realization on stream the other day. I do dream on occasion, yes. My next album is going to be called At the Gates of Hell. And the first 2 songs are Broken Hearts in the Rain and Liquid Sunshine. The next 2 songs are going to have layered vocals. Then I'll do 2 more songs after that. We'll have a total of 6 songs. Yeah, I'm drinking on a Coconut Cobra. It's not that bad. So it tastes like coconut flavored Jack Daniels, basically. The hat's right there, just chilling. What was that comment? Hold up 1 second. JFS Fangirl's already on it. I'm not breaking my microwave. That'd be a waste of a perfectly good microwave, to be honest. Not sure how many hats I own. I lost count. Well, thanks, Zappery. They're like, Happy Thanksgiving, Josh. I am thankful to have you in my life, for sure. Will bells be used as much here on the new album as Satan's Bell? No, not really, no. But I do like Satan's Bell. It's one of my favorite albums I've made recently. Monster House, yeah, I've seen it. Strawberries and cream Baileys. That actually sounds tasty if I can find it. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate, don't really have a preference. Hey Cobes, how do you feel about TikTok profiles that re-upload your videos? Well, I got mixed feelings on that. Part of me is like, well, cool, I'm famous enough that people give a shit, but at the same time, it's like, eh. Indeed, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's an iPhone. This ain't no goddamn Razor phone. Yeah, I saw the peppermint frosty. Clarice. Shout out. Fuck Cyrax. It hasn't happened yet. Yes, I would visit Germany if I could. Get down on that German beer, you know what I'm saying? Das good. What size shirt do I wear? XL, extra large to a medium, medium, extra large. I prefer extra large. It gives me a little bit of room for my little beer gut that I got going. Man, what am I doing on Thanksgiving? Hanging out with family and going to a water park. That's all I'm saying. No, I deleted my last live stream because I'm not really sick of YouTube. I'm just sick and tired of the bullshit in our society. I can't sit here and say I'm sick of YouTube if I spend all day watching it. Plus, the support I get from my fans is why I keep doing what I do on YouTube. My computer's working just fine, thank you very much. But the Wi-Fi with my internet when I go live has been spotty. Oh, my eye itches. Oh, fuck. Indeed, punk rock. Happy Thanksgiving. Society sucks, to be honest. I'll drink to that. I have an Apple computer because Apple makes the best computers, not a sponsor. Microsoft computers are great for gaming, but if you want to use like GarageBand for making music, Apple computers are better for surfing internet porn, to be honest. Yeah. Especially if you're looking up of age, alive, cisgendered, lesbian, dominatrix porn. Oh, yeah. Curly fries or waffle fries, depends on the restaurant. If we're talking Arby's, Arby's curly fries are the best. French fries in the fast food game. Well, shalom. I don't care if you're Jewish, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's your choice. I don't go, yes, long live Ozzy Osbourne, I'll drink to that. I don't go out of my way to harass Jewish people because I get harassed for practicing magic. Hmm. Wyatt Earp or Doc Holliday? Well, my favorite Old West character is Doc Holliday, although Wyatt Earp is badass to say the least. McDonald's or Taco Bell? See, I like them both, but I'm gonna have to go with Taco Bell. I'm not just saying that because I'm obsessed with church bells and shit. I do fuck with McDonald's because they are good, but I don't eat them all the time because they're so bad for your health. Although I will fuck with McDonald's when it's fresh, McDonald's is actually tasty. Because I grew up eating Mickey D's. I can remember being a kid in the 90s and eating a whole Big Mac to myself. Well, I didn't know. Well, I'm sorry. I thought, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't follow Jewish culture that much, so I don't know a whole lot about it. Hey, if they do celebrate Thanksgiving, cool. If not, that's cool too. Josh, are you single? Yeah, I've been single for 5 years. I'm starting to enjoy it. It does get lonely not having a woman to cuddle with, but outside of that, it's not that bad. Sometimes being single is just easier than being in a relationship, especially when you got women and men who just seem to hate each other. Like, ugh. And you can thank Gen Z for that bullshit. Yes, I'm single. I've been single for 5 years now, single and sexless. And it could be worse. I'm gonna keep waiting patiently and keep rocking my tactical soap. Taco Bell Tower, I like that. That's funny. Now, if I built my clock towered mansion, you'd see me doing TikTok videos in my clock towered mansion, eating Taco Bell underneath the bells, just for ironic effect. No, I do not have a girlfriend. I've been waiting patiently on that for 5 years now. Casper dating scene sucks ass, to be honest. Teeth are doing good. Thanks for asking. What's under that beard? A chin? Not that picky when it comes to home cooked meals. I like to eat in general. Although I try not to eat too much. I love pork ribs. Oh, yeah, your boy Cobra knows how to make some bomb ass ribs. Yes, I am a ladies' man because I don't try to get down their pants. I try to get to know them first. And I smell irresistible, which makes them want me to get down their pants. That's the trick, YouTube. You rock some pheromone soap from Tactical Soap, and then you do not try to get laid. You try to get to know them first. It's the combination of she wants to fuck you, and you're not even trying to fuck her. It's gonna drive her wild. That's the secret. Shh, don't tell anyone. When did I get into bells? Oh man, I've been into clock and bell towers since I was a kid. I've been obsessed with Big Ben, the clock tower, since I was a kid. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, that's what bloody well did it. Like how Big Ben has 234 steps, if I'm not mistaken. And no disrespect to Queen Elizabeth, who recently passed away, but I call it Big Ben. Oh no, I got these glasses at Walmart, and they have, as you can see, prescription lenses. I actually have a bifocal in this lens for my eyes. Hard-boiled eggs are delicious. Deviled eggs. Oh, yes, I love deviled eggs, but they're a pain in the ass to make. Fart on camera. Yeah, when I got a wet and juicy brewing up, you already know what's up. A lot of women do resist me because I'm not that good looking. I have my ugly faults. For starters, look at that. Ew. Lord Voldemort called and he said, "Nice hair, asshole." I'm not that bad looking, but I have my ugly faults, as we all do. No, actually, I'm not going to my father and mother's house tomorrow. I'm visiting family outside of town and then going to a water park. And that's all I'm going to say. I would not recommend eating that. No, tactical soap is for washing your body and smelling sexy for the ladies. As somebody who's been told no by every chick that I like, I love tactical soap because it definitely gets a reaction from the of-age ladies. So, yes, I would definitely recommend tactical soap. I'm not just saying that because I'm a proud affiliate, and Scott Carr, you're a bad motherfucker, and I respect you as a man, and I love your soap. But, like, it's a confidence booster when you got women who are 10 times out of your league going, "Ooh, that dude smells good." You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking women who are tens in my eye. You know what I'm saying? Yes. They make pheromone soap for women now, so it's an even playing field, ladies and gentlemen. Refreshing. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the sexiest looking dude alive, but I'm not bad looking. I can kind of see where people, yeah, putting poopy. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, jeez. Look. I like this filter. It looks like you're on acid or shrooms, man. uh, uh, Psychedelic. You're not tripping out. I assure you it's a filter on the live stream. I see why Jimi Hendrix likes acid, to be honest. Now, if you're in an amazing, happy-go-lucky mood and you trip a couple tabs of acid and give it about 30 minutes and just remember that you're on hallucinogenics and like pretty much 95 to 100% of the shit you're seeing isn't real. You're just tripping balls, man. It can be really fun, but if you're going to do psychedelics, you got to be responsible. Oh, man. Yeah, I like doing acid and shrooms, to be honest. The colors, man, it distorts reality, and The thing about doing acid is you don't want to do it all the time. You know, if you trip for like a day or two, you want to give your brain a break. Otherwise, you could go completely insane. So, yeah. And you want to start off with magic mushrooms before you do acid. And when you take some magic mushrooms, you wash it down with some orange juice or some lemonade and give it about like 35 to 40 minutes. If they're good shrooms, you'll get the psychedelic effect. Yeah. Hold up. You're gonna make the reference and not put on the retro glasses. Excuse me. There we go. These glasses seem a bit more fitting with the filter. I'm digging this live stream. I might just start streaming on my phone like this because I'm liking the filters. Ooh, colors. Here comes the sun, doo doo doo. I say it's alright. Hey Jude. Now your boy Cobra's ability to sing like the Beatles is pretty goddamn impressive. There you go. You can experience what it looks like when you're on psychedelic drugs without actually taking them. Speaking of somebody who's done psychedelic drugs, this filter is just a mild representation. You gotta be careful with psychedelic drugs, man, because yeah, they get a bad rap because people do stupid shit when they're on them. You know, that's just the thing of it. You gotta put yourself in a safe and happy environment when you do them. That's all I'm gonna say. And once you start taking those psychedelics, you gotta remember that, okay, you're frying balls and everything's gonna be all right. Now, this filter that I'm using is only a mild representation of what psychedelics look like when you start tripping. And psychedelic mushrooms, they grow in the wild, all natural, like marijuana. So I firmly believe that psychedelics should be legal. You know, my personal opinion, we should legalize all drugs, tax the fuck out of it, regulate it, and if people have a problem with it, offer them drug rehab instead of throwing them in jail. Controversial opinion, I know. But I'm tired of our tax dollars going towards throwing non-violent drug offenders in prison. Okay, if you get violent and psycho when you're on drugs, then that's your own stupidity. That's not the drug's fault, to be honest. Just some people shouldn't do drugs, just like some people shouldn't drink. Yeah, shit. I haven't tried every drug out there. I've only tried a small handful, and just enough to get my my inner Ozzy Osbourne wet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if me and Ozzy were like distant cousins, dude. I am like 80% British according to Ancestry.com. Look, if someone came up to me and said, "Oi, Cobra, you might be Ozzy Osbourne's like 10th or 12th cousin or some shit like that," I'd be like, "Yeah, I see it." You know. So, Sci-Fi was feeling a little bit down earlier. I don't know where that came from. It just out of nowhere, and then I got over it. And I'm like, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck what you gotta say about hating YouTube. You like watching videos. You like making videos for your fans. So fuck all the bullshit and focus on that. Can we fuck off with the mass shootings already? Like, Jesus Christ is a cunt. I do like doing drugs and partying, but there comes a time and a place where it's like once in the blue moon is fine, but every fucking day to the point where it becomes a habit, it's just like, if you got the finances to maintain it and you're not a complete fucked off douche rocket when you do it, outside of that, that's your choice. I love doing cocaine, but it's so goddamn expensive and I don't want it to become a habit. So, of course, I don't do it all the time. Once in a blue moon, it's like a rare little treat. A little bit of nose candy, man. That being said, King Cobra JFS does not condone the use of drugs or alcohol. This fucking filter is so trippy, dude. What? Houston, we have a problem. We're gonna reach into our fridge of goodies and pull out something else. I can tell you from experience, people are gonna ask the question, Cobra, what made you want to experiment with drugs? The lies they told me about cannabis and listening to rock and roll and hearing all my favorite artists glorify it. They lied to me about cannabis. And when I tried it, I was like, yo, this cannabis ain't that bad, dude. Cannabis is actually the safest drug out there, in my opinion. But fucking, they lied to you about cannabis. They call it a gateway drug, man. And I'm like, what the fuck is cannabis a gateway drug to? Taco Bell? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Son, I see the empty Doritos, Locos, Tacos wrappers in your trash can. Are you on marijuana and alcohol? No, Daddy, I was holding those for a friend. Don't lie to me, son. I might get sick of YouTube as far as like the bullshit and all the stupid woke assholes who just think because they have a fucking account they can just do whatever the fuck they want on their channel and say like the dumbest things on the planet. But fuck all that. I like YouTube because I love to watch YouTube videos. It don't take much to entertain my autistic ass. I pretty much spend all day watching YouTube, and if I see a content video, a content or video that I like, or I think warrants a good discussion, I'll do a video on it. Watching YouTube is a part of my job. It's about keeping up to date with the politics. Fucking Generation Z, man. Ugh. Not a sponsor. You have now entered the Cobra Zone. I'm liking this psychedelic, like hallucinogenic drug effect filter on my videos. Yay. You ever get like, sincerely, like if you ever get a chance to do magic mushrooms and you're in a good mood and you watch Pink Floyd Brick in the Wall, it's a trippy fucking movie to watch when you're on shrooms. You don't even need like 3D glasses. Colorado has legal medical mushrooms that are magic and psychedelic, and they have legal marijuana. And I'm like, dude, Colorado's got the right idea, man. You think someone who's a non-violent drug offender is really causing any trouble? They're sitting there frying their brain on some good acid and some good shrooms, drooling on themselves, staring at their black light poster because it's like moving and shit, and it's like woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? Imagine there's no heaven, no hell below us, above us only sky. Even though I hate the society we live in, I can respect John Lennon's message. Fuck the crazy asshole who assassinated John Lennon, you fucking miserable fucking wanker, scab, cunt, bollocks eating piece of shit. So you can't call yourself a fan if you do something like that. That's just the way I see it. That might be the whiskey talking, but yeah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's the two things that destroyed the Beatles, in my opinion, is when they went off and said they were bigger than Jesus Christ, and then some asshole assassinated John Lennon, and that pretty much destroyed it. It was like the end of a decade, you know, an era of peace and love. All these fucking psychos like Charles Manson. Which old Charlie kind of fucked up, man. If he would have just stuck to doing drugs and living that hippie lifestyle and preaching, you know, his philosophical ways, you know, you know what I'm saying? He fucked up by murdering those innocent people. That's what I'm saying. If he would have made it a cult about doing drugs and listening to music and just, you know, making the world a better place, it'd be a different story. Oh shit, the phone's about to die. Ugh. That's what kills me about these prolific leaders like Adolf Hitler and Charles Manson is that they get a cult following and they fuck it up by being assholes about it, you know. It's the fucking truth, dude. You get a cult following, don't abuse it. You know how many people kill to have that following? Or would, you know what I'm saying? That's why I try not to abuse my cult powers as a legitimate cult leader. Like, really, you don't have to have a cult to get a cult following, man. People dig your music, you'll have a cult following before you know it. If it has a sound that people like, you know. Satan's Bell, my one of my newer albums, that's basically the best way to describe my sound on the music scene. It combines all the genres of music that I like into one sound. And that's why people are hooked on it, to be honest, because it's something new. It's avant-garde metal, as they call it. I call it satanic, gothic, hippie metal. Because there are some like Black Sabbath influences in it, with like the doom and the gloom and all that sort of thing. I need to work on my story too, man. I got a great idea for a story that's gonna have like a really juicy, just it'll hook you as soon as you read it. I'm not just a musician, I'm also attempting to be an author and a comedian. Just fucking doing my thing, dude, using my creative outlets in healthy ways. As an artist, when I don't create, it drives me fucking mad. You know, and when the creativity builds up, I get bored and I get depressed. The curse of an autistic mind, I suppose. And Dragon Cobra is going to be a really good story. I hit a writer's block with it, but once I get past that, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? The basis for the story is there. And when you read Dragon Cobra, it's not based off of anyone or anything. It's just a good piece of literature. You can't just write a story about, okay, here's a badass cobra, and then there's the rest of the story. You know, give it some background, give it some depth. You know what I'm saying? I actually have ideas for several stories that I want to write. I will be rewriting Special Blonde, but after I do my first two stories. Dragon Cobra is going to be a really good story. I want to get it, like, properly edited and then published kind of thing. My spelling is atrocious, and proofreading that story is going to take forever, but it's going to be a good story, you know. The basis of Dragon Cobra centers around the main character, a man by the name of Jason Stonewell. He comes from a rich English family. He goes to his family's prestigious college. And he ends up creating these hybrid, what's the word, gene-spliced cobras. And the United States government steps in and says, oh, hell no. And then they end up hiring him to make those cobras for the government, kind of thing. One of those stories. And then the cobras, they overpopulate after they've been released from the lab, and then they just overtake the world and pretty much annihilate any other snake on the planet, kind of thing. So it's definitely a Stephen King-esque horror story kind of thing. I love snakes. They're some of nature's most beautiful creatures, beautiful and deadly, you know what I'm saying? Most people would look at snakes and go, ugh, but me, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. You know, I like snakes and spiders and bats and creepy crawlies and that sort of thing. Like earlier today, I had a bunch of crows just hanging outside my window. They were in the area, and I wanted to get them on camera kind of thing, but I couldn't do it because they took off. So I'm like, maybe if I gain their trust first, they might let me film them. And like today, earlier, I got to feed the birds, which is a nice little touch. I had like 8 bags of popcorn that I dumped down onto the ground. It was Orville Redenbacher's Butter Lovers popcorn, in my opinion, the best popcorn out there. Not a sponsor. And them birds gobbled it up, dude. Like you had a flock of crows, a couple ravens, and then some like smaller birds just going ham on it, dude. And watching that from my window, it was like, that's majestic as shit. And the crows who were hanging out outside and they recognized my hat and they recognized me, they're like, okay, Cobra's a friend. He's not here to hurt us. In fact, he's feeding us. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? I got it pretty good with the crows and the ravens here in town. They recognize me. And they're pretty cool with me. Like, they don't come up to me or anything, but at the same time, they don't feel threatened by me, if that makes any sense. If it's not midnight already, it will be soon. Happy Thanksgiving, you fuckers. Pretty much ignoring chat and just doing my thing on YouTube. Which is the best way to do it, to be honest. You want my honest opinion, you should just say no to drugs because they can ruin your life because of social stigmas and stereotypes. And you can develop an addiction to them. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I've tried just about almost every drug out there. And, yeah. I can see how some of these substances can get addicting. You have entered the King Cobra zone. La, 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 la. Okay, there we go. I don't want that to give my fans a headache now. I love my Aussie glasses, but I gotta take these off just because they don't have my prescription. Dude, I gotta get some glasses like these with my prescription in it. That would be killer, dude. The closest I have are these ones right here. Aussie impersonation. Well, I could try. I mean, Sharon! Okay, yeah, it's after midnight. Shh. Fucking space age crap, man. In fact, seeing how bad Ozzy got with drugs is another reason why I don't let the addictive side of it get a hold of me, to be honest. I love Ozzy Osbourne, but the thing of it is, when I saw how bad he got with his drug and alcohol addiction, it's just certain things in life are like, yeah, you know what? It's cool to do drugs and alcohol and party on occasion, but if you do it all the time and it just consumes your life, then it's no longer fun. Now you're just doing it because you have to have that fix. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not joking. I'm being totally serious. Our society is so goddamn hypocritical when it comes to drugs. It's actually frustrating. You know, psychedelic mushrooms are better as antidepressants than like the crap the FDA's feeding us. I do not drink every day, contrary to belief. I wish I could do that every day, but I cannot. And on top of that, sometimes I just choose not to have a drink, regardless if I have money for booze or not. You know, it's just some days where I'm like, you know, I say to myself, I love a good drink, but like, a break wouldn't hurt. You don't see everything that goes on in my life, dude. So if you don't believe me, that's your problem. This phone's getting hot, dude. Step outside for a cigarette here in a bit. Put the Aussie shades up. Yeah, man, if I could find some like retro glasses like these, but they were like light green, and then they got like super dark green, almost black when they transitioned, and it had my prescription in it, I'd totally rock them. I can barely see out of those Aussie glasses that I have, just barely. Like, if I look at it close enough, I can make out details if I memorize things, kind of thing. Oh, shit. Definitely been live for well over an hour. I may get sick of YouTube's bullshit, but the perks to being a famous YouTuber outweigh the whole, well, I'm sick of YouTube, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, sometimes I gotta tell myself not to be such a goddamn martyr, you know, and to quit feeling sorry for myself and just get off your high horse about certain things. I will acknowledge that in myself as a person. Yeah. I'm not confusing anything, man. If I wasn't famous, then 263 people wouldn't be watching this video at 12 o'clock at night my time, with 51 likes at that. You want to be famous like I am? Yeah, be careful what you wish for, bud. Most people can't handle being famous. And what I've got's only like a small, tiny, mild taste of it. I'm nowhere near as famous as Ozzy Osbourne, but someday I will be, and that's the dream, YouTube. Living in my clock-towered mansion on the outskirts of Casper, Wyoming. Yeah. The only reason, like, I don't build my clock-towered mansion in somewhere cliche like California is because California is expensive, dude. I love living in Casper, Wyoming, to be honest. It's a small enough town, it's easy to get around. I know this town like the back of my hand. And people know who the fuck I am. If I walk around town, they're like, oh, it's that King Cobra guy. I cannot afford the clock towered mansion yet, but someday when I win the lottery or get a shit ton of subscribers on YouTube or get signed by a major record label, it'll happen. You never know what life has in store because you haven't lived it yet. People are up in here like, you need to get laid, and I'm over here like, yeah, but building my clock towered mansion is more important than me getting laid. Because me getting sex isn't gonna solve the world's problems. That's kind of the most mature outlook I can have on my dry spell situation. It's the truth. If getting laid could solve the world's problems, I'd put more effort into getting laid. People who say that it's not realistic, that's their problem. They don't get it, dude. They just don't get it. You gotta be a dreamer and you gotta dream big. Otherwise, what aspiration do you have in life if you don't, like, set out to achieve unrealistic goals? Yes, I do buy lottery tickets on occasion when I can afford them and when they are high enough. Like a lottery ticket will cost like $3, which isn't a whole lot. But you don't want to buy a lottery tickets when it's like super low kind of thing. Yep. Because you're never going to win if it's only like 98 million. That's just how it is. My strategy for playing the lottery is once the lottery crosses over $100 million, then you start buying tickets. I have mad respect for Native American culture. They were here first, YouTube. I'm sorry that my white ancestors were such pieces of shit. If I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and fix all of it. We wouldn't have slaves. We wouldn't have the slaughter of innocent Native Americans. We wouldn't have none of that. But alas, I am powerless to create a magic time machine and then rewrite history. I could do so much good if I had a time machine, dude. Now, I got mad respect for Native Americans. They were here first, dude. Christopher Columbus is a dick. There were a lot of people who don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of the indigenous treatment of Native Americans. I do not call them Indians because I feel like that's a bit disrespectful. So I call them Native Americans because they were here first. I'm cool with the natives, man. Well, they're cool with me. Even if they're not cool with me, what the fuck am I gonna say? You know, I'm white. Fuck out of here. Not a goddamn thing I could say except, sorry about that. My ancestors are dickheads. I think Native American culture is truly fascinating. These amazing individuals have lived off the land for so long while the rest of society progressed in technology and that kind of thing. Yeah, man. Because these days they're all up to date with technology. They're not living like Amish people. So there you go. Yes, I do have a dream catcher. I got two of them that I keep hung up on the wall. I don't got a problem with Amish people. I think their religion's a little weird. And the lack of technology has gotta suck. Like, I can understand being like, okay, fuck smartphones and fuck the internet kind of thing, because those things can be toxic, but like, I don't know a whole lot about the Amish culture, so I'm not going to assume anything, but like, yeah, they have a simpler way of life, and there's nothing wrong with that. If they're happy with it, but it's like you could get the results you want much faster. But Amish people view technology after a certain period of time as the devil's work. So, yeah, plus the way they treat their women. No. But I don't give a fuck if you're Amish. That's your choice. This old school, like, okay, if you saw the way Amish women were, they get up at 4 o'clock to cook in the morning. And it's like, bro. So one might view the way Amish women are treated as being sexist and old fashioned, but I digress. I will say this though, the Amish know how to make damn good furniture because that's just their craft. They learn to work with wood and anything they can get their hands on, kind of thing. Like y'all sitting there driving a goddamn horse and carriage in 2022 be like, shit, if the Amish people tried driving a Model T, that would be like a major technological improvement on their end. I'm busting balls, but you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Amish people as long as they don't judge me, I don't judge them. Because the Bible says, judge not lest you be judged. That's good beer. I'm a, I'm a, I'm aware that horsepower is based off of how much output one horse can put. Now, I may be a Satanist, but I do agree with some quotes from the Bible, such as, judge not lest you be judged, and treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the golden rule. And you can't force other people to think like you. Like, wouldn't the world be a much better place if everyone had the same religion and we all just got along? Yes, it would be fun and a much better place, a unified mind, but it'd also be boring. So sometimes there's entertainment in life with creative differences, kind of thing. That's what makes the world awesome, is that not everyone's the same. But it also makes it a fucked off place in that same note. I'm not gonna lie, Amish people would view me as sinful. I have tattoos, I drink, I use technology, I listen to metal and rock and roll and that kind of thing. It's actually called Cobra Cult, but that little joke you made there in chat was pretty funny. That they are. Amish people are very hardworking. I will drink to that. Anyone who can get up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning and make a bunch of food for you and for your fellow Amish people, that's every day, dude. Amish people to me are strange and I do not understand their way of life, but at the same time, I do not judge. As long as you're not a sicko, I could care less outside of that. It's not rude, it's the truth. Amish people would think I'm strange because of my cell phone and my tattoos and my drinking, and you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, dude. And you gotta think a lot of these Amish people are severely inbred because of the ugh, dude. And that's yeah. Not here to judge Amish people. You do you, I do me. That's how we do. That's how the world goes round. It's not like it fucking matters because Amish people don't have access to technology, so they'd be like, what the fuck is YouTube? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm cool with Amish people as long as they're cool with me. I may disagree with the way they treat their women with such old traditional ways, kind of thing, but hey. Jedediah watching some chick churn butter be like, oh, it's gonna make him have impure thoughts. And they get punished for that kind of crap. And I'm like, dude, as long as you're not a sicko, who cares? Outside of that, if you see some hot Amish chick churning butter and it makes you want to masturbate, fucking A, dude. As long as she's old enough. That's terrible. Ah, jeez. No, but I like the fact that Amish people, they do things by hand. It's not machine made. That part I can get into because it's like Sometimes machines fuck up and then you gotta redo the parts. Humans can fuck up too, man. Not a whole lot of things are made by hand anymore. I might use a wood lathe to make my wands, but outside of that, I still use my hands to chisel the wand out, and then sandpaper too. No, that stereotype of Amish people being severely inbred because, yeah, that's a stereotype. Not all Amish people are severely inbred. That's just a negative stereotype. And being as I'm 80% British, I really have room to talk. uh, it's still hand carved because you gotta use your hands to carve it, regardless if you use a lathe or not. I do not judge Amish people or Jewish people or any religion for that matter if I can help it, because I get so much crap for practicing magic and carving out wands. People look at what I do as sinful or the devil's art or what have you, and it's just like, you don't even know me, dude. And that attitude is exactly why I don't judge people based off their religion. Even if your religion disrespects women and treats gays and trans people like shit, at that point I start asking questions like, wait a minute. And I'm not talking about the Amish people in that one. I'm talking about a different group of individuals, but I'm not going to name names because you know who you are. Yeah, their religion begins with an M, and they're not allowed to eat bacon. You can do the math on that. Now, people in the chat calling them, that's every religion, dude. Right? So it's not just Muslims. A lot of religions are very disrespectful towards LGBTQ plus, and they treat women like second-class citizens. And to me, that's just lame, dude. Because your sexist, homophobic religion says what now? This is why Cobra Cult kicks ass. As long as you're not a sicko or anything like that, outside of that, I do not care. Cobra Cult welcomes damn near all walks of life. As long as you're not a sicko, who cares? In my religion, we teach you to realize your full inner power, to worship yourself as a god. You know, sort of, people say you gotta believe in a higher power. No, you don't. You gotta believe in yourself. That's what I'm saying. It's a cult for believing in yourself, unlocking your mind's true inner power. Idolize Satan and believe in yourself. The devil's not a bad person, he's just misunderstood. I think it's time for a smoke. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Ha ha ha. And it's snowing. Yuck. What do you do, YouTube? What can you do? It's wintertime. I'm not complaining as long as it doesn't get like negative temperatures, and if like the snow doesn't go past your fucking knees, if it's below the knees and it doesn't go into negative temperatures, I'm not complaining. But yeah, you're not allowed to smoke tobacco indoors, so step outside and have a one of these. Now, Amish people live a very simple life, YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. They don't generally condone alcohol, and I'm assuming they're not cool with tobacco either. I don't know for sure. Alcohol and tobacco for 21 and up if you live in the United States. Yeah, every time I see snow, it makes me think of Ozzy Osbourne's music video Dreamer. Yes, or like Cradle of Filth's Her Ghost in the Fog. Like, I don't mind snow when it's like this. It's there, you know it's there. It's a little chilly outside, but it's not over the top. Like, I can walk in the snow and not freeze my toes off because the snow is not going past my goddamn feet. So, like, this amount of snow I'm cool with because it's not like over the top fucking. You're sitting there hiking your knees up to your like stomach just to walk through it, you know, kind of thing. This amount of snow is all right. It reminds us, hey, it's winter. This is the time of the year. Ugh. I don't like snow, to be perfectly honest with you, but I appreciate snow because it needs to happen for like what you'd call the cycle of nature and shit. There is an almost black metal sort of aspect to snow that I can appreciate for that beauty's sake of it, I guess. Do I like scotch? Yes, I do. Scotch, brandy, whiskey, I'm not that picky. Oof. I imagine Amish people live a rather hard life because they don't rely too heavily on technology to do their thing. Uh, if Amish people are against technology, but they use a hammer and nails to build their houses, that itself is a form of technology, and that's something to think about, isn't it? Now he's just being a smartass. Hmm. That's tasty. Not a sponsor. Favorite Aussie guitarist? I don't really have a favorite because they've contributed to Aussie sound in their own unique way, to be honest. Each guitarist is so unique in their own special way. Fucking Randy Rhoads, dude, he died in March of '82. Like literally 9 or 8 years before I was born. And that's a trip. Because when I was a kid, what got me into electric guitars was the Flying V, ironically. Zach Wade's badass, dude. I don't care what anyone says. King Cobra JFS, do you prefer sativa or indica strains? I like them both. It depends on what I'm doing, because sativas are great for like your creative, energetic high, and then like your indicas are great for just relaxing and sinking into the couch. I like sativa hybrid mix that's more of a sativa dominant, so you get like the best of both worlds. Get more beer. Well, I would, but it's getting late, and your boy Cobra needs his ugly sleep. Because if I don't get enough sleep, shit's gonna get ugly. People call it beauty sleep. I call it ugly sleep. See what I did there? I mean, uh, more beer. Yeah. Do I drink wine? Yes, I do love wine. My favorite wine is I like red wines myself personally. I will drink a white wine or a Zinfandel if it's offered, but I prefer red wines because, yes, it's just how I do. You know how it is, dude, when you don't get enough sleep, you're fucking cranky and you snap at everybody and they're like, dude, the fuck is wrong with you? I've had mead. It's delicious. Dude, seriously. I got Viking ancestors. You think I haven't tried mead? Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna wrap the stream up and chill out for a couple hours. Because I got shit to do tomorrow before I go off and leave for Thanksgiving vacation kind of thing. Arguing with Cobra gets you nowhere. Alright, well, you have a good day at work. Had a fan right in. I'm off to work. Take her easy, Cobes. You too, dude. Have an awesome day at work and happy Thanksgiving. I have not ended my dry spell yet. And to be perfectly honest, I don't care when it ends. And if it does end, you're not going to hear anything about it. A gentleman does not kiss and tell. Sex is not something you brag about. That's just something that people have to learn in our society. Oh yeah, because I'm such a fucking alcoholic, I've only had 2 drinks. Fuck off, dude. Mm. Am I working tomorrow? Not really. I can take a couple days off and chill out with my family. I don't have to stream all the time. I'm not gonna tell you shit. I'm not gonna stop drinking because I'm a grown-ass man. I'm over the age of 21. If I want to have a fucking beer, I'm gonna have a fucking beer. We're all dying a little every day. Life is just a slow way to commit suicide if you really think about it. Yeah, that's the universal sign right there that I need to end this stream after I chugged a beer and go to sleep for a couple hours, get up, do what I gotta do. I'm not trying to glorify, there's nothing cool about drinking, to be honest. It's just having a beer, you know? It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. The glamour and glitz and glam you get, because when you're younger, I totally get why people are just like obsessed with the idea. Because adults glorify it, so it makes kids want to try it, kind of thing. But I assure you, there's nothing glamorous about drinking. It's, you know what I'm saying? But the feeling you get when you have a couple drinks in your system and you're just like, you know, that's what makes alcohol addicting. It gives you a sort of a giggly, carefree spirit. And that's what can make alcohol really addicting, especially if you're depressed or angry or whatever. There's nothing wrong with having a couple of drinks to take the edge off, to be honest, as long as you don't let it completely control your life. I don't drink every day. I don't. Even when I can't afford it, sometimes I just choose to do something else, like smoke some weed, kind of thing.